Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I've discovered some crazy stuff recently with some stuff that I've been watching, and I know that these people want it to be shared, obviously, so I'm going to cover it also. And plus, you know, this is something that I've previously heard of about different credit card companies, and as far as I knew, all of them were going to start doing it, but right now it is Discover. So if you have a Discover card on me, I do not have mine, but I think I actually have MasterCard. But I expect them all to start doing it. What I'm talking about is flagging or adding a code to all ammo and firearm related purchases. So whether it be a magazine, ammunition, an optic like a scope, or something similar to that, maybe even camouflage for hunting. You never know what will be included in that, what type of stuff they'll be flagging. Obviously, their biggest thing will be Armalite rifle purchases. It's not an AR. AR does not stand for automatic rifle or anything like that. It stands for Armalite rifle. So, which is an AR-15. If any purchases like that, or 7.62x39, which is what a lot of AK-47 shoot, and also 5.56x45 NATO, which is the standard for AR-15 or 223 Remington. Also 300 Blackout, and you know, other ammos that are similar that might be shot out of what they consider an assault style rifle. Also, they'll probably be looking at high capacity magazines, which is none of their business in the first place, because and they know it. They know that a homeowner never will know what type of threat they'll be put up against. So it's up to the homeowner and their discretion to decide how much ammunition to have ready to feed into their firearm. Because you might have 6 people. You might miss with like 15 or so shots. So having, you know, more rounds than that available in your weapon is your business. But they don't care. And it has nothing to do with the fact that they think that they're afraid that people are going to die. They want people to die, and they're proving that with what's going on around our country right now as we speak. They want people to die. You're watching people drop dead on stage from you know, stuff that was administered and that people got willingly. You're watching all kind of stuff similar to that happen, and the fallout of the chemical train derailments and stuff like that. And just start digging into that stuff, and you'll realize, if you don't already know, they want you dead. They wanted to decrease the Earth's population to under 500 million. That was made clear in the Georgia Guidestones, which I believe a Patriot or somebody similar to that blew up to send a message that we're not going to stand for this. They didn't get completely blown up, but a good portion, like half of it did. So they went and destroyed the rest of it with a tractor, just because it was a, you know, it was a danger to the public, because it could collapse or whatever. So and right now they're pushing any way they can to get their foot in the door, and also have hidden legislation hidden in bills that they pass to take your guns. Whether it be like if you want to have an SBR, a short barrel rifle, that's your business. Like if you want to have a pistol AR, that's your business. If you want to have a brace on it, you should be able to have a normal butt stock on your pistol barrel AR. It shouldn't matter. But they're wanting to take advantage in any area that they can, because getting their foot in the door is the biggest thing for them. Once they can do that, they can start nipping and picking here and there and taking parts of your rights away. Where at some point they're going to make it where your rifle primers expire. You know, the part on the back of your bullet that the firing pin strikes that pops and ignites the powder on the inside. Well, they want to make it so those will where the primers will expire, where they will no longer work after about a certain period of time. They don't want you hoarding ammo. They don't want you stockpiling for what they believe is a possibility that might happen, and that's just the truth. You know, and it's been made obvious. But right now, what we're talking about is what Discover Card Company is doing. As far as in April, wanting to start flagging or putting codes along with ammo purchases, gun purchases, especially related to like the self-defense type of weapons, like Armalite rifle 15s, AR-15s, 5.56x45 NATO ammunition, 7.62x39 Russian ammunition, and stuff like that. They don't want you having that stuff. They don't want you to be able to adequately defend yourself. And that's the truth. So I believe the best way to battle that is if you have a Discover card, get rid of it in that account and open up a different account in a different bank that offers MasterCard. And not only will that send a message to Discover, it'll send a message to MasterCard. It'll send a message to all the other card companies. I'm not sure what they're all called, but Master and Discover are the two bigger ones. Visa is another one. It'll send messages to all of them to let them know that don't tread on me. You know, this is our God-given right, and yes, it is a God-given right. God never intended that we should not be able to defend ourselves. That's all we want to be able to do. We want to be able to live free. We want to be able to raise our kids. We don't want to have war. We want to be peaceful, but we don't want to be helpless. There's a big difference between being peaceful and being helpless. Helpless means you have no means of defending yourself and they can do whatever they want to you. Being peaceful means that you're a warrior and that you're ready to do something that you need to do if that need be, but you'd rather remain peaceful. That you'd rather not have to use those forces. Just like myself. I don't want to have to go out and have to aim at somebody and pull the trigger. I don't want to have to aim at somebody. I don't want to have to do anything like that. I don't want that. But I want to know that if that problem should arise and that threat should bring itself to my doorstep or to my town or a nearby town, that I'll be ready to do what I need to do as an American citizen that loves my country. Not only do I love my country, they're attacking this right now also. This is the same Bible that my dad used to carry me around church sitting on. I used to sit on this while he had it crossed in between his arms. Walking around church, I would sit right on top of this Bible, and that's the truth. This is the same Bible that my dad just found, and I told him that I was interested in having because he got a new one, and I wanted to start reading this one. So right now, another big thing that you could do is pray. This is a country that's after God's own heart. I do believe that, because look what we do for all the other countries. When another country needs help, nobody else helps them. It's always us that does that. We are that country. But right now, with the way that things are getting, I do advise you to stock up on, I would say, at least 600 rounds of ammunition for a gun that you could adequately use to defend yourself. I would not say a shotgun, because you could hit innocent bystanders, because they don't shoot straight. They shoot a big spread of, it's like holding a handful of rocks and throwing them. They don't all follow the same path. They kind of spread out. It's the same thing that a shotgun does. I also suggest that you get yourself a plate carrier and some rated bulletproof plates. I have some here that I use on a plate carrier. They are pretty heavy. I have a tourniquet on there. Some other stuff, a tactical knife. I got 90 rounds of ammunition on there for 5.56, and I think I have 45 rounds on there in 3 different magazines for my secondary firearm. And I'm not saying go nuts and buy up a store, but get what you feel comfortable with, that if you have to tell your family, you stay in the corner here and daddy's going to go outside or mommy's going to go outside and do what I have to do. You can't do that if you have nothing. It'll even be hard to do that with just, sometimes just a pistol. Sometimes you do need more firepower than that. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm not inciting violence. I'm not inciting a war. I'm inciting your right to exercise your Second Amendment, and I'm saying that that's something that you might have to do. We just witnessed a time where it was already hard to buy ammunition, and that's just kind of starting to come back online, and you're starting to see a lot more calibers available for purchase, and they're starting to stay on the shelf for longer. So just, every time you get paid, go pick up a box of ammo. Make sure you have an adequate amount to hunt with, and also an adequate amount that's for defense purposes. Obviously, for a rifle like AR-15 or an AK-47, Full Metal Jacket is fine. You can use deer hunting ammo for that. It's just more expensive. But, you know, obviously if you do get in a situation like that, you're not necessarily wanting to kill somebody. And Full Metal Jacket is a lot less likely to do that, depending on where you hit them at. It doesn't open up and turn into a big old mushroom like deer hunting ammo or hunting ammunition does. And it also penetrates thin metal and wood better, you know. So that's what I've kind of stocked up on a little bit. I don't have a ton. I have right about, like I said, about 600 rounds. I plan on getting a little bit more. I'm not expecting anything to happen, but you never know. They're wanting stuff to happen. They've been wanting war to break out. They've been trying to divide and conquer. They try to do it in lots of different ways. They try to do it by using the Soros-funded Black Lives Matter, you know, racist organization. If you follow the money, you'll see right where it leads. You know, and if white people are so racist and Black Lives Matter so much, why did the leader of Black Lives Matter buy a nice house in a huge white neighborhood? You know, but it's obvious I'm probably preaching to the choir a lot about this. But if you do a little bit of research into this Discover card thing, it is an issue. Either you could just pull out cash at an ATM to buy your ammo or a gun or whatever. That way they don't know what it's being used for. But I think the best way to send a message to Discover Card and other companies and other big banks is that you're not going to stand for it. Whenever you turn that card in, you tell them why. Because they're going to report that stuff eventually. Hey, you know, we had 5 customers turn in cards today to go to another bank because Discover is going to be reporting ammo sales and stuff like that starting in April. They don't want nothing to do with that. And they said, by the way, don't tread on me. Send a message. That's, you know, I have a MasterCard, but I'm going to stay in the loop with that and make sure that if that does come to that point where they're going to be doing stuff like that, that I am going to not be using this card. I will go to a different bank, or I will let them know, hey, you know, obviously the card is really convenient because if somebody steals your card, you can just shut it down. But if they steal your wallet with money in it, they're free with a whole bunch of money. So with a card, you could always cancel your card or report it stolen. But with cash, you can't do that. So I believe if people do their job right now, and the people that see this video, if you share this video, and people that see the video are like, oh no, we're not going to let that happen, and they start turning in their Discover cards, and they're telling the bank why, because don't tread on me, and because we know what you're doing. We know that you want to flag our ammo and firearm purchases. It's gonna put a big message out there. It's gonna tear Discover Card Company apart, and they're gonna have to really do some thinking about how they make their decisions when trying to carry out the will of the globalist elite. Anyways, I love you so much. Make sure you share this video because people need to know. This is our rights. These are our families that we're trying to protect. This is and above all that, this is our country. This is God's country. This isn't for them, and God's going to show them that. I do believe that. So like I said, I love you, and share the video, like and subscribe, and I will see you again soon.